So we should be streaming in a few. Yeah, say we live. Let's see. Hold on, let me see something. Y'all see it pop up? If not, let me know. You see it? It's back up? Yeah? Alright. Can you hear the sound? Smooth. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Alright, so let me drop the link in the chat so I can send it out to the Haters Ball Show page. We are back. We are back. Alright, I found it. We are back. I told y'all we was gonna figure it out, man. Yeah, everybody tweet out the link real quick so everybody get back in here. Yeah, you know, regular nigga technical difficulties. It's regular. You feel me? You feel me? Yeah, we back. We back. We back. We back. Apologies. Well, not really. You know, shit happens. Whoa, whoa, yeah, huh? Yeah, yeah, we back. Yeah, yeah. I just tweeted out the link again on the page, so I'm about to share it. Um, yeah, yeah. So yeah. How y'all feeling? You heard? Yeah. What? That's impossible. I want to fight. I want to fight. I want to fight. I want to fight. This is redunculous. This is fucking redunculous. Hold on. I got you right now.
It's just
But it
getting
was working
tight.
before though.
Yeah, but they're saying they can only hear one person, which is confusing me.
I can hear you now. Say something, Colton.
Yo, y'all can hear me?
Yeah, they should be able to hear you because the audio says it's working.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, it should be on.
Now we can hear the sign language guy, but can't hear Fred and them.
Fred
Fred
ain't even
talk.
talking.
They can hear me now, but Fred talk.
Yeah, can you hear me now? No?
Yeah, see? All right. We got it. We good. We good. There we go.
Okay, cool.
Can they hear me?
All right. Nah, go ahead, Fred. Go ahead.
Problem like, can they hear me?
Fred,
Can
go
they
ahead.
hear
Say what you were
me?
saying. Fred, say what you were saying.
I was saying that, while I do appreciate anybody who's coming to vibe with us, I don't look at the comments for the YouTube on the Haters Ball. The Haters Ball is a very specific space. When I do rent relief on Twitter and Instagram, that's a very different thing. So if you're here to listen to us talk about societal issues, politics, ball, this and that, third, cool, stay and vibe. But if not, not really much.
Yeah, bro. Like Fred, like all the
Put
time,
him
lets
in
you guys
traffic.
know exactly when he's gonna let that bread go. So, like on his Twitter and on his Instagram, like the Haters Ball page has almost never like we want to help
And
people,
just
but
hold
like
on,
we don't got the back ends like Fred got the back ends to help people right now. So
and just so they feel good, he's not replying to all rent relief fucking requests either. So just be patient.
Just be patient. He's trying. He's one
We
person,
here,
literally
we
one
here with
guy.
him. I have his personal phone number. He hasn't responded to my rent relief text since the beginning of April. Just wait.
And we gonna tell you one thing right now. Not to make Fred look bad, but we gonna make Fred look bad. Fred is one of those people that we hit him up and be like, "Yo, Fred, we about to be on the live at 6:30," and he'd be like, "I got stuff to do until a specific time," and we understand though, because he be helping people. You be helping people, bro.
Listen, Fred is Beyonce, okay?
Wow.
Fred is our Beyonce,
Yeah,
and
he's
just
our
know that the
Beyonce.
rest of us though are Kelly Rowland. Nobody's Michelle.
Yeah, we all Kelly
Oh.
Rowland.
No. You're bugging. I am definitely one of the girls that got kicked out of the group.
Oh yeah. Yo, Palm is definitely one of the girls that got kicked out of Destiny's Child. What, Farrah? Is that her name?
Farrah.
Whichever one, Farrah or no, I want to be the other one.
He's the other one. Who's the other
What's
one?
the other
I forgot her
shitty
name,
that
but
got
she's
kicked
a
out of Destiny's
legend.
Child?
Wasn't she on like? Oh, fuck it. We don't even talk about that.
Yeah, Latoya
Wasn't
Luckett.
that-
Latoya Luckett.
Yeah.
Latoya Luckett.
Oh
I
God.
read somebody was like, I rep Latoya all day. I'm fucking dead.
I'm weak.
You heard?
I'm
That's
weak.
real. That's some real shit. But yeah, we doing nicknames. Who's the first person?
All right. Wait, let's hate chant
Me.
first, and then we get into the nicknames. Palm, you are first though. You are first, so we're gonna get into it. Ready?
Yeah.
Hate chant.
Hey, chant again.
Hey. Hear ye, haters now in session. And you are now rocking with the finest, the most luxurious, the most notorious, the most scrumptious haters you ever seen in your cotton picking life. And as usual, we are back in our individual quarantined haters. Then you know what I'm saying, staying safe from the Ronas. Shout out to MH Apparel. Shout out to my bro Ags. Just dropped his project Food for Thought. Shout out to Find Love Soon. And we're going to get this show on the road. You are now rocking with hashtag the Haters Ball Show. Bring your best hate to date. Let's go, Fred. Kick it off. Well, no, sorry. Palm, you first.
Yo, it's your boy Palm. Today, I'm Latoya Luckett.
Latoya Luckett. All right, I'm fucking
That's a
with
good
it.
one.
I'm fucking with it. Colt, what's good, man?
It's your boy Colton. Today I think I'm gonna be Lauren Hill on light of me getting my dreads on deck.
That's what I'm talking about.
Also, me not paying taxes.
Oh yeah, it's lit.
Also that. Fuck it.
No
I'm gonna
taxes,
show up.
bitch.
I'm gonna show up, but like 5 hours late to get my check.
Fred, what's good, man?
What's up? Today I'm gonna be Joe Biden's hairpiece.
That shit leaning.
Just-
That shit is leaning.
That shit lean with it. Walk with it. That shit.
Yo, chill.
That shit crazy.
Bow.
That shit crazy. Today, man, I'm gonna be Phil Jackson's Native American tirade.
Yo, that was amazing. I don't care what anybody said. Also, when he was talking about him doing acid while winning championships, also amazing.
Amazing. This dude, Phil Jackson said, you know, Dennis Rodman is my Native American, like, brother. We have a Native American bond. Neither you motherfuckers is Native American.
Niggas, and you know how I know that Phil Jackson was as insane as Dennis Rodman? Because Dennis Rodman said he didn't think of me as a player. He thought of me as a friend. I was like, you niggas are crazy together as a group.
That being said, I'm going to change who I am to Dennis Rodman's mid-season vacation.
Facts.
Yo, no funny shit.
His 48-hour vacation.
Imagine that though. You like, yeah, man. Sorry, I gotta go on a little cocaine binge, and literally you wake up from your cocaine high and Jordan is like, Duke, we got a game. You're
Dog, like the
dreaming?
greatest player of all time is like at your door, mad apologetic, like, man, tell Carmen to put some clothes on. Also, we got a game. Also, then that nigga went to practice and outran everybody.
And outran everybody.
Smoked them.
That's the kind of cocaine that we need. Like
That's
we need
the cocaine niggas need. We don't need that cocaine.
This new
that's killing
cocaine
people.
is turning people into zombies. Like we need that crack that had people like that cheap car.
We
like,
need that
mechanic.
Dennis Rodman
We need the
cocaine.
Dennis Rodman first generation cocaine, like the first.
Who else
first
was like
iPhone?
who
We need
else
that
was like
first gen crack, man?
Who was doing that real cocaine back in the days and was going crazy? I feel like Joe Montana was doing that cocaine, that real cocaine, and
What?
going crazy.
The Boz. Lawrence Taylor and all that.
Oh, definitely Magic
Boz is
Johnson. I'm
definitely
sorry, but
cocaine.
Magic Johnson definitely was off that booger sugar going crazy, dog.
Wilt Chamberlain was off the.
Will
booger.
Chamberlain was off that booger sugar going
Eddie
crazy.
Murphy,
Big time.
Pryor.
Big time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Big time.
I'm sure
Sorry,
they
guys.
sprinkled-
Everyone's in the chat like we all really talking about cocaine. Yes.
Yes.
If y'all never been in our podcast, we are not cocaine advocates, but we appreciate what
We
cocaine
appreciate
does.
people doing cocaine for our entertainment. That's what
Richard
it is.
Pryor, Prince.
Oh, did y'all know the
niggas-
story of Richard Pryor and what he did to Greer? Is it Pam Grier?
Pam Grier.
Oh yeah, that was terrible.
Did you hear about
Yeah,
that? That shit's terrible. I don't even want to talk about that shit in
What did he
public.
do?
Richard Pryor should.
He used to put cocaine on his penis to have sex with her, and then it ended up.
He
He
messed
never
up her
told her. He ended
uterus
up
and
like,
shit.
and it
Fucked
fucked up
up
her
her
uterus and
ovaries.
shit.
He fucked up
Yeah.
a whole like shit.
Prince did that?
He's insane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not-
Richard
not
Pryor.
Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor did
You
You
that.
said
shit.
Prince?
Richard
I don't
Pryor
even know
did it.
Prince
Richard
Y'all said
Pryor.
the Never
Not
told me
Prince,
that.
bro. Richard Pryor.
Yeah,
Not Prince. Richard
did
Pryor.
that. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you can't be saying that. You can't be saying that about no Prince, man.
I was about to
Yeah, don't say that about Prince, bro.
We not doing that about Prince, bro.
Not about
but
Prince.
Richard Pryor
Not
was
Prince,
out here
dogs.
tripping.
Richard Pryor was tripping. Prince wasn't tripping. He was just progressive, bro. In 2020, niggas would love him.
Yeah, 2020 Prince is the man. Ashless chaps during the concert.
Bro, imagine a nigga pull up. Imagine if he did what Lizzo did. Niggas would love him.
Bro, if I had some,
And he did. But
Listen.
like in 2020.
I would perform for the ladies in some assless Nike Tech. You feel me? Like that shit lit. Prince is a trailblazer, and he ain't even from
That was
Portland.
real, bro. He didn't care.
That's the man, son.
I miss Prince. Everybody miss RIP to the legend.
Yo, R.I.P. to the legend, man. Purple Rain, all that shit, man. He
But yeah,
dropped
what we getting into today?
All right, man. What we getting into today, man? It's been a rough week.
Yeah.
It's been a
It
really
has
rough
been
week.
a week.
It's been has a lot of shit has been going on, and I'm not happy about it, as who would be. But I guess without going into anything in too much detail, because things have been beat with a dead horse, and we're not here to profit off nobody's downfall or no other people's situation. It's just we wanted to just discuss community, like where do we go from here in terms of protecting our sisters, our women, our future daughters, our nieces? You know what I'm saying? As black men, where do we begin? You know what I'm saying? It's like, do we ride around our neighborhoods with a motherfucking do we ride around our neighborhoods with a motherfucking like a gavel and bats and guns and beating the shit out of niggas or something? But like, what do we do? What y'all think? How y'all feeling?
Here's my thing. So this might be a little extreme, but I feel like it's a little bit of both. So I feel like it all starts from the youth. It all starts from us teaching both young boys and young girls what coercion is, what like saying yes is, what consent is, because it seems like a lot of people try to pretend like they don't know what these words mean, or they try to put their own spin on it. But if we all put that straight into education, then niggas really wouldn't have an excuse like they've been trying to make excuses. But we also do have to police our communities.
Absolutely.
We can't expect for the cops and and one thing I've been seeing that's been really getting me tight is like niggas saying, why y'all didn't go to the cops? Why y'all coming to the timeline? Because, y'all don't trust the cops about other shit when y'all doing it. But when it comes to like sexual assault on our women, that's when y'all trust the police officers. Like, come on, my nigga. We have to.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
We're not doing that. Take care of your own community. We have to take care of our own community.
But I think that's something you say. I agree with everything you just said. I think the only addition is that the reality of it is, it's not just about teaching young people. It's also who we give fucking power, because we're giving cornballs power.
Facts.
And we're giving them power, and they're using it to hold over people's heads. And that's what's. And I'm not gonna name any names, anything like that. Things are still being figured out. But that's the reality of the situation. People
Absolutely.
are being, that's just what it is.
Absolutely. I think it speaks to how dangerous this it's not even this era, because this has been something that's gone on and throughout time. Like men using their power to victimize women in order to get ahead or whatever the case may be. And it's just like, Duke, like, where does what in what world, like, sometimes you gotta ask, what did people go through to think this shit is okay? But at the same time, they're adults and they know what they're doing.
You
get
don't.
What I'm saying? You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree with you 100%.
They're adults and they know what they're doing. Of course, we go through things and shit happens. It starts somewhere, but at the end of the day, you are accountable for what you do. And I know for sure niggas know this shit is wrong, which is why it's a secret.
literally, which is why when
If
the
it
nigga
wasn't,
get a,
if it was something that you were proud of doing, you would be putting this on Front Street, just like
you would
you're
be
proud
talking
of
about it
just
regularly.
like you can't tell me somebody who puts everything on Front Street don't put this on Front Street because they're proud of it.
And not only
Right?
that, you can't tell me that somebody who's not guilty of the actions is gonna act like, oh shit, y'all caught me, my bad.
Mhm.
Like niggas that's guilty of the action is gonna be like, y'all caught me, my bad. Because the thing about awareness, and like a lot of people like to bring up, like, oh, we didn't choose to be born here, and like, you know, a lot of shit is upbringing and shit. But
Right.
at the end of the day, when you get out there on your own,
Mhm.
do an action, get away with it, realize you can get away with it, and continue to do that, and then it becomes a behavior. You had awareness at a point, and you decided not to do the right thing.
Exactly.
So I'm not going to give you the benefit of the doubt when it comes to that.
Yeah.
And I think
Go ahead, Fred.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead, Fred.
I was gonna say, and I think that let's call a spade a spade. I think that there's mistakes that are made on both sides of the aisle, right? I've had women who have gotten out of pocket with me, this and that and the third, and I
Right.
think that sometimes there's honest mistakes. But when there's 25 people saying that you did the same thing over and over, you are a serial harasser.
Mhm.
That is a different thing. Let's talk about that.
Mhm.
Maybe one, maybe two are like, oh, you know, we was on a different page, this and that third. I don't know, things got misconstrued. 25 people,
30, 40, like what are we
Yeah,
talking about?
but like
What are
somebody
we
was
talking
talking about another issue is victim blaming, and like I totally agree with that, because another thing I had to catch myself on
Mhm.
was even when I brought up the thing about the police shit earlier.
Right.
That's victim blaming.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because like at the end of the day, if you put yourself in their shoes and you think about, yo, if a nigga came in my stash, and this is like OD illegal, if a nigga came in my stash and like took all my weed, I'm not calling the cops about that shit.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like but that's like a community, even though it's illegal and fucked up. Or if
Mhm.
somebody comes and steals something from me and I know that person, I'm usually not gonna call the police about that, because I'm not gonna trust the police to handle this in a good way.
Right.
So for you to be like, yo, why didn't you go to the cops about like this rape shit, or why
Yeah.
didn't you go to the cops about this predatory shit? Like, bro, you're literally like putting that, like, you know, it's not easy to talk about certain shit. Like when it
Right.
comes to trauma, like, because the trauma is not your trauma and you're not going through it.
Right.
And that's what I had to find out is like a lot of shit is not about us. Just
It's not
because
about us. It's not
it's a
about
win
us,
for
right.
women don't mean it's not a win for black people. Black women are winning right now because they're getting the chance to actually speak on shit and heal from shit. So we should feel like that's a win.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, if they don't want to talk about it, they don't feel comfortable around us, we're fucking failing as people,
Yeah.
as black men.
Yeah. I just don't. I mean, it takes. I think. All right. It takes some unlearning a lot in our community and our teachings, because a lot of our old heads, you know what I'm saying, didn't teach us right. A lot.
That's a fact.
We weren't taught manhood. You get what I'm saying?
That's
and
a fact.
Manhood and toxic masculinity in its actual true form is something that's passed down through generation. It's something that we have to unlearn. You get what I'm saying? Because this goes to any community, whether you're in the white community, black community, Asian community, whatever the case may be. As it pertains to women, women are literally the key to your whole entire race culture. They bring their life into world. How is this
Fact.
not clicking? You get what I'm saying? How is this not clicking anymore at this point? Like, we're in 2020 now. This is not the 1930s. It's 100 years later than we still
It's
gotta
not the
have
1930s,
this
my
fucking
nigga.
conversation. If you're a white man, if you're an Asian, if you're black, your women are the most important piece to the household. They bring
How we gonna
life.
survive
Without
without
women,
them?
they cannot be no more used. They cannot be
We're
no
not
more
gonna
your
survive.
friends. You're not going to survive. So obviously, if you don't understand what generational trauma is, please do your research. Please do your research, because
Please.
if we care about our people, how we say we care about our people, it starts with our women, right? So if we treat our women well, they're able to mentally produce, and they're able to physically produce in their best and at their maximum potential. So when they start to bring life into this world, they're bringing the best of the best in this world. You get what I'm saying? They're bringing the best of the best in this world. So
And let's even talk about how our women is doing while not having their backs like looked out for.
Right.
Like they're still the most educated,
Right.
still like the biggest like bosses. You get what I'm saying? So it's like at the end of the day, like if they were in a place where they could literally thrive and feel safe everywhere, our fucking community would be Wakanda, nigga. we would be in Black Panther right now.
Right.
Like the fucking future shit.
Right.
Like, because we hold each other back with all that dumb shit. Like, we literally try not to keep niggas accountable for clout.
For clout,
Niggas
to
be trying to
party.
not keep
That's a
a niggas
problem.
accountable.
Oh, if we cancel him, then we can't be lit in this party. That's crazy, bro.
That's the corny shit.
People are fucking insane, bro.
Insane.
Being lit is not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
It's not.
If this the case, it's not worth it. It's not worth
Being
it.
yourself is always worth it. And crazy shit about being yourself is like you can't get exposed for being yourself because you said that shit already, or you already exhibited who you were.
Exactly.
And the thing about like people that are themselves is like it's usually not bad for them. Like they're usually okay. Like here's an example of somebody that everybody is disappointed in and not fucking with, but they know that's him. Kanye West. You get what I'm saying? Like he's him. We don't fuck with him, but we also don't like be like, yo, at the end of the day, like I mean, yeah, niggas do be like, fuck Kanye West. Like niggas do be like, fuck Kanye West out of here. But Kanye West has also said all of the shit before. Like everything he's ever done, he's talked about it before.
But we've
So it's
that's right.
I was gonna say, we had this conversation before,
right?
And I don't know if we all disagreed, but my point was months and maybe a year ago. I don't listen to Kanye. Like we literally, like, let's say I got a playlist on and Kanye comes to my playlist, I change the shit because I think that the second you give people any part of your energy, it's too much of your energy, and that's right. Like, here's the thing. I said this on Twitter today. I'm very happy I put a certain type of people around me. Right. Now, our unit here might not be the exact same as my unit elsewhere, but I know I could bring y'all all together and wouldn't be no funny, corny, weirdo shit, right? And that's the vibe that I like to. That's the wavelength I like to be on.
Right.
People keep on fucking with these people after this when the COVID's over. And I mean, I'm not gonna say any names, but it's a lot of people who are into entertainment, nightlife or whatever, right? If you keep on fucking with these people, you will keep empowering these people. Like it is what it is.
Got to start ignoring niggas, and that's why I was also talking about when it comes to this shit. Because like, I'm not gonna say anybody's name because it just seems like a lot of niggas is doing this to get the PR, and like we've talked about this a lot. Niggas don't care about if negative attention is on them. Like it's attention. They're okay with it. And niggas be really on some like attention is attention. I'm fine with that, and I can't live like that. So that's why I can't even give them any attention. I will talk about the issues within our community and how we keep the community safe.
Yeah, you know what's crazy too? Like,
none of these niggas.
There's no like apology that you can like put forth for being like sexually predatory.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
There's no apology that can get you out of that.
Yeah, nah.
There's
no
PR,
you excommunicated, bro.
There's no PR that can get you out of that because that's not like a learned behavior. That's some like you got some psychological issues you gotta go deal with. But you can't apologize your way out of shit like that.
Yeah, nah, bro. No, not
you gotta
at all.
go deal with whatever you gotta deal with. Hopefully you gotta deal with the law.
Hopefully it's just the law. You feel me? Hopefully it's
just the law. And that's your best case scenario.
That's your best case scenario. Because I tell you right now, you let it be one of mine, bro. Oh my God, I wish one of you.
Yeah, man.
Nah, but it is one of ours, and I think I'm changing my mind because y'all know how I am, and y'all know I don't really like talking about violence and shit. But at this point, I feel like we can't be like that has nothing to do with me no more.
No,
we can't do that no more. If something
be.
is happening in front of you and that's a black person in your community, you have to make that shit your business now.
Oh no, that's factual.
All be on.
But that's the thing.
I'm just of the mind like. When we talking about shit like that, like I can't go seek a nigga out to do shit like that, because that's when shit goes the wrong way.
Right.
So if I see you in traffic, nigga, like,
oh yeah, honk honk,
it's green light, bro. Like we running you over, but like I ain't about to go run down on a nigga at his crib and nothing like that. Like that's
I'm not saying go out your way, but what I'm saying is if it's dead ass around you, And even if you
Oh
don't
no,
know
that's a
that person
fact.
personally,
That's
you
a
have to
fact.
make that
Yeah,
your
that's a
business.
fact.
That's your community.
And you
my
have to
nigga.
know this too. People that do these things are egomaniacs, right? And what I'm saying is,
Egomaniac,
and what I'm saying is, what
sociopaths.
I'm saying is, if you pay attention to the recent example, a lot of people you started to see them get a little frantic when they started losing opportunities, right? You seen it, right? Because why? They can't use this thing no more to get these things out of people. It's all about I'm gonna use my ego to get what I need out of this person. And they do it to men, they do it to women, but it's our women right now that are victims. But these motherfuckers are egomaniacs. So when you take away, you strip them of the things that give them their ego, they essentially slowly die. And
They
that's what the
become
fuck we need to
nothing.
do.
They
You
become
strip
nothing.
think about it. Look at those. I know this person. I know that person. I have that. When you take away everything from an egomaniac, what does he
Don't mean
have?
nothing.
He don't have
Nothing.
nothing. He has
But
They don't
delusion.
got what they have.
but that's why, you know what, keeping a band, like, and I think people have to, so today what happened was, again, we're not saying any names, but when the stories started coming out about different things, I don't know a lot of these people because I move in a different space. Some of the guys, I've met some of them, they're not my people like that, whatever. And I remember it was in another chat, a few chats that I'm in, just a few different chats, putting up the stories. And my man's retweeted a few of them. And I was sitting there and I was like, and I had to call myself out to myself. I was like, oh, let me stay out of this and mind my business, right? But then I was like, nah, because if a bunch of black women are saying that this happened to them, what I need to do is actually share this shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the same thing. Like, it's the same thing. If I was right there and it was happening, like Colton said, I need to jump in, right? So the least I can do while I'm home and I have a platform or whatever it is, you can have 2 followers, it doesn't really make a difference, is do your part and let somebody else know, like, yo, I don't know if this is true or not. I'm not endorsing it. I'm just saying, just in case, here it is.
But here's also like my super. I don't think it's ignorant, but people can see this as ignorant. But here's my take on that. Right? I rather amplify the voice of a woman and be wrong, who's not gonna be heard like that, than amplify the voice of a nigga who I know is gonna get the benefit of the doubt because of clout. And I'm never gonna amplify these niggas' voices because I know there's a million dick riders behind them that's gonna amplify them. So if there's 40 women coming out and saying a nigga did something, best believe I'm gonna be on behind them. I'm not gonna be behind that nigga, that one nigga who also kind of did something that showed that he did it. Like the way these niggas have been admitting that they did shit is like, what?
Where yo, I'm happy. I'm happy. Like everybody collectively saying like, "Fuck these niggas," because like we've seen in the past, like this shit has happened, and niggas and women alike was coming to the defense of niggas being called out. So I like seeing everybody like wanting to throw these niggas under the bus. And I like seeing that names was called and people are seeing that people are not fucking with niggas. Niggas is calling niggas out and the shit is bringing more names out.
Right.
Like,
But yo,
put
and that's
all
the
these
thing.
niggas on
When
front
this
all
shit
these niggas
happens,
out here.
the shit
we're gonna
just
take
keeps
all these niggas to the
snowballing.
gallows and we're gonna
It
push
just
all these niggas.
it's snowballing right now, and the shit is, it's like in Colton, if somebody gets mad at you for your take, right? So I was thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know, maybe that one time, and it's like, what if somebody is, innocent, and it's like, well, Colton, like to your point, right? If somebody gets mad at that, like, and they're like, oh, what if it was me? Why would it be you, right?
Why would it be you?
So it's no point. So I agree with your point. I agree with your point.
You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's just like, bro, if I was wrong about some shit, I will admit that I'm wrong about some shit. I much rather be wrong empowering people that are not going to be heard in my community.
I get exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, well, I think that's a specific thing, though, I want to call out, because I know there's a bunch of people from different communities watching this right now. So specifically for me, I can't speak for anybody else on here, I feel that way about Black women in my community. That's something that I'm very much focused on protecting, because I do think that historically we've seen it with like Emmett Till, we've seen it with all sorts of people. There are also false accusations made that in whiteness and white supremacy, things like that. And I just want to make sure we say that because it's and here's another thing, because I'll say her, and I'm not gonna call out the guy or anything like that. One of the women who led what we're in right now with one of the guys. She's white, right? But the thing is, like 20 black women backed her up.
Backed her up. Yep,
you know,
damn
so
right.
So in that specific situation, as an example, it's a little different. It's not like, oh, all white women are liars. It's like, look, there's historical context, but in this situation, when you have all these black women saying, nah, sis, this is what happened, blah, 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 that's a very specific thing, and we got to jump behind that.
Bro, and I think the mistake that a lot of niggas, like men or men in general, make is making shit only about humanity when it's another man. Right. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like, bro, if there's a situation and you hear two dudes fought, you're going to ask, what did this X blah, blah, blah do to blah, blah, blah. You get what I'm saying? When it comes to sexual predator shit, niggas really be on some, why you ain't called cops? Why you waited till now? Why do we have a million questions like these about a serious allegation? Why is not the first question is, where's the dude? Like, what's going on with dude?
You see what the crazy shit with shit like that is, it be niggas that practice patriarchy and misogyny that be on shit like that. And if you practice patriarchy, misogyny, capitalism and shit like that, like, I don't give a fuck what happens to you.
That's a fact. I don't got empathy for that.
You are living by the laws of the jungle already, my nigga. So when the jungle eats you, like,
I'm not gonna cry. Like, what I'm not gonna feel bad. Like, why would I cry? Why would I feel bad? Why would I even give you attention when you didn't give attention to none of those people when they were actually living with trauma for years?
And to speak to Fred's point too, like you said, like you had to make sure that you made it specific that, you know, you're a black man, so black women are the women that you backing, and I personally believe that. Facts, right? Yeah. You gotta again apply. Let's apply that across the board. White men need to do that for their women. You know what I'm saying? It's just like this. Like, I'm not the type of person that say, yo, fuck them. I think everybody needs to get their people together, whether it be black, whether it be white, whether it be Asian, whether it be Latino. If you understand, we're in a fucked up economy. Was it 20-something million unemployed? You get what I'm saying?
26.
And guess what? Let
me finish. Right? And guess who's getting the short of the stick? The people, right? Everybody, the people. It don't matter if you black, white, Latino. Of course, it don't matter the color. Right now, everybody's getting screwed, right? So it makes sense for every community to get their own people together so that we can get this system together, because this is what's fucking us up. We over here worried about this money and this power and that, and look what's happening. We fucking over our women. We not leaving the future for our kids because we worship in these stupid ass systems and these societal fucking rules that don't apply to nobody.
Hierarchies don't benefit and all these goals. Like niggas have made dreams a non-existent thing in a capitalistic society, which I think is so ridiculous, because the one thing that I feel like we have as humans that we know as a scientific fact is that we're allowed to dream, and we can dream whatever the fuck we want. You get what I'm saying? So once a system is put in place that says your fucking dreams are not real, like, you should always question that system. Always.
You know what I hate about this fucking situation more than anything? Can I be real for a second?
Yeah.
I hate the fucking fact that not only are niggas using patriarchy, they're using fucking white supremacist capitalism over fucking women's heads. Right. And that's the thing that kills me the most. It's like, I was reading a lot of stories today. Like, I was like reading through stories, and like, niggas wouldn't even place to do these things if it wasn't for the systems of white supremacy.
Oppressive.
I mean, like, dead ass, like, women, like, oh, I went to college to study music and to study writing, busted my ass, ate shit, ramen, this and that, and third, stayed up all night, doing all the things that they force us to do just to chase our dream. Then I thought I got an opportunity. This nigga told me I have an opportunity. I'm busting my ass for him, X, Y, and Z. And ultimately, he was just trying to fuck me. And then when I didn't want to fuck him, he then indebted me, and I'm still struggling right now because he's one of the gatekeepers in the space. Garbage.
You know what's also crazy about that is, like, what niggas was talking about earlier, right? I realized how minuscule shit niggas was worrying about.
Yeah.
Because what we worried about was niggas is using niggas' clout, and then they not taking us nowhere. then they just kind of cutting us off.
Mhm.
We don't get the short end of the stick like the way these women are getting the short end of the
At
stick.
all. We don't. So
Like
we don't
they're
get none of
because
it.
like guess what? They're not even giving us the opportunity to kind of like get that chance to learn shit, which is that's some OD rapist shit. Like to really be on some like here's an opportunity, but the only way for you to get this opportunity is to have sex with me is some crazy shit, and men don't really go through that.
And guess what? And we already. It's 2020 now. There's no I didn't know. I have to unlearn some things. I have to unpack some things. We have been here on the biggest of
Niggas is-
platforms, on the biggest of stars. I'm talking about Cosby, Weinstein, fucking who's the most recent guy? Dude from Def Jam, Simmons. We've heard this shit already. R. Kelly. We've heard this already. We've heard this already.
Niggas is big, dirty 30
This
talk
shit-
about they
this
gotta
shit-
learn shit.
This shit right
Like,
here
bro.
is just. This shit right here is just proving that there's no level that this shit does not exist at.
Right.
There's no level like you give a nigga a little bit of whatever, and a nigga will think he could use that to.
But
Whatever.
that's a look.
But shit like that. Hold on,
Mike
let me say
McGrath-
this. Like shit
Yeah.
like that is super weird. Like that shit. If you have to use those kind of tactics to get whatever you want from people, that just shows me that you have like fucking porta potty level people skills.
That's a fact. And it's
Absolutely.
crazy because Mike brought up a good point. Nigga said Joe Biden, and then Mariana brought up Donald Trump, and that's both our presidential candidates.
Yeah, one of them's the president next year. I mean,
Bro.
So it's like we got to choose between two niggas that we know morally for years decided that the morally wrong way to live is the way that they're gonna live.
And the worst part of it is that he already said Biden already said he's gonna choose a woman to be his VP. So now you forcing a woman to carry the water of your fucking garbage, right? Like you have all these accusations. So whatever, look, I don't care who you're a fan of. But
I don't like being nice to politicians.
That's damage control,
Because
bro.
that woman, I said I don't like being nice to politicians like that. Because whatever woman he chooses, that woman is knowingly participating
In a crucifixion.
system of corruption
And also in a crucifixion.
deception, and she deserves whatever she gets for
But see, I don't.
participating in it.
It's crazy because she decided on
Kamala
her
Harris.
own kind of to take the crucifixion, bro. That shit is crazy. Because think about it, like what you just said, like any woman who decides to be Joe Biden's running mate is gonna be the woman who supported a nigga who is rapey to women. And like you don't fuck with women. And they're just always gonna be that person that really don't fuck with women and they fuck with politics more.
Right, go ahead. I want to hear what Fred got to say
have to
about
answer
this.
those questions.
But in the same instance, the fucked up thing is because like the short list of VPs is Kamala, Stacey Abrams,
I really don't want Stacey Abrams to run with him, bro. She's the
Elizabeth-
greatest decision.
Elizabeth Warren's on the short list, so on and so forth, right? Now here's the fucked up thing because Elizabeth Warren, for instance, had already called him garbage, right? And she called him rapey back in like 2007.
I don't need her or Stacey Abrams to run with him, bro.
But what do you do, right? Like if you are
Exactly.
a politician and the party you belong to, right, is like, hey, listen, Biden wants you and he needs you to beat Trump because not only is it we in a different type of situation now because Trump is the president under Corona, right? So we need to get him the fuck out of there, right? And like now it was very much like, look, fuck it doesn't matter who president. No, now it really matters more than ever who the president is.
Yeah.
What do you do if you Elizabeth Warren? You're just like, nah, fuck it, I can't do it. Like this is the system.
Okay, but my question is, how do we know Joe Biden handles it better?
We don't. We don't.
He's
That's
not
the
proven
thing.
to be smart at all. So how do we know Joe Biden handles it better? Because that's why I always ask people need to question everything. Question everything. Question everything. Just because he's another option does not mean that he'll handle it better. We don't know what we're getting with Joe Biden. He was part of the crime bill. Anybody that's part of the crime bill and it takes you 30 years to say, oh, I just realized my mistake, you are not smart.
Also, a nigga who's clearly about to be the front runner for to run for president against Trump has not been having meetings about this corona shit that's been going on. And it's like, bro, like I like
why? You know why, bro?
Me as a non I know, hold on, but like me as a non-political nigga like that, like how are you not doing that? Because Bernie, who isn't in the running for president anymore, is having a lot of meetings about this shit and
Because
talking.
they all in on it. They all getting paid.
Of course.
They all in on it.
It's capitalism at the end of the day. The president is just a celebrity at the end of the day. You get what I'm saying? Like the people that matter that's running the shit is the people that people don't vote for, that they just check on the bots.
Right.
And they just let niggas go. Like we gotta care about Congress. We gotta care about like all the other shit. We gotta care about like niggas in our city zone and shit. We gotta care about mayor. We gotta care about governor. Like we gotta care about shit like that. Like
Right.
niggas don't
I just
care
want
about
to say,
niggas not going to vote for that.
I just want to say, we drifted onto politics, but I ain't forget about you nasty niggas. I ain't forget about you.
All right, so hold on. I think I just seen a good question. Tabby said, would love to hear y'all talk about A, what would you do if you hear a close friend has sexually assaulted someone? How do you navigate that? That's the first part of the question.
That person.
I mean, it sounds crazy, but like, who did I hear from? If I'm hearing straight from the source, like the next time I see him, I might have to just punch him in his face.
Yeah.
Because I can't have you associating with me, and especially if they came to me with the information, that means your association with me is strong. So I can't have you associating with me, and then you out here doing shit like that. Like the saying ain't 100% true all the time, but people believe that shit. So I ain't gonna have you out here rocking with me and niggas think you doing that, so niggas think I'm my nigga.
Yeah.
It's super.
We gonna hit the square ASAP.
Yeah. Just to follow up what Paul said, that's the first thing I'm doing is you come to me directly and say my direct friend do it. Listen, I gotta go check him, and especially if there's evidence you telling me the truth, I gotta go check you. I'm not calling you. I'm going to see you in person because I need to look you in your eye, and we're gonna have this conversation. And
we gotta talk.
Whether it get physical or it don't get physical, regardless of the case may be, I'm coming to see you.
It's a press city. It's press immediately because it's not
because that means you've been lying to me knowing my fucking character, right? So that's one. Second, you just violated the trust of a woman that I know who's comfortable enough to come to me and tell me something. This is going to get taken care of. You get what I'm saying? And you know me personally. It's on. I'm sorry.
It is crazy because shit like this is like it's other stuff like I could let slide, but like shit like that is like it's just gotta be press city for whoever it is. Like I have to press you, and it's not even like on some text type press or even FaceTime or call.
No. I'm coming to your house.
I have to see you, and it has to be I have to see you because like my nigga, like if you've been around me. You are one of those niggas that people associate you with me.
Yeah.
Like it's no text, it's no tweets, it's no You gotta talk. We gotta talk about this. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Because that's like literally the only thing you can do. You gotta hold your people accountable. And like honestly, at the end of the day, it's just like with any of y'all, if that ever happened with any of y'all, I would come and literally see y'all immediately. It wouldn't even be like on some call shit. I'd be like, I'm pulling up on you.
Yeah.
You know,
like, I'm pulling up on you right now. I'll let you know when I get there.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
That just shows the character again of the group because, like, look, I'm not on a lot of the Twitter spheres and stuff like that. I was just searching and reading things today, and I'm looking at how people respond to it. Men who are cool with people and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, this is trash. I'm like, they're like, nah. Like, I saw one guy say, nah, that bitch is a hoe. Like, you know.
Listen to me, man. There's crimes you commit. There's crimes you commit that, nigga, I will stand by you wholeheartedly 100%.
I hide the gun.
These are crimes, and these are crimes that people think are heinous.
Are crazy.
I will stand by you 100%, rock with you to the end, my nigga. But you doing crimes against women, kids, or old people, I'm not fucking with you, bro. You are not good in my hood. You're not good on my block. We're not even supposed to be in the same town.
Yeah, word up.
That's a fact.
Like,
that's real.
You gotta go.
You excommunicated. That's what I was saying. You're excommunicated. We got excommunicated.
That's word to John Wick.
Excommunicado.
This word to John Wick. Excommunicado.
Yeah, that's gonna be the battle.
Niggas be wilding, and that's the thing. Like we've let niggas wild out for too long by asking specific questions, like giving them kind of excuses for the things that they do. Like we can't give them those excuses anymore.
I don't give nobody no excuses. I just don't know.
That's a
these
Niggas
fact,
don't even
man.
get that no
None of
more
these
because bro,
Niggas be
niggas
doing
know
like
you just
base
gotta be
level
transparent with
such
your niggas.
shit.
Be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Niggas be doing base level such shit and niggas don't get them out the paint.
Mm-hmm.
No more.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Which-
And what the tab said is like, yeah, like and that's gonna be the tough part because you do gotta whoop some ass. And then the next question is there a path for redemption? Right?
Yeah.
And do you have to be part of it? Do you have to be part of it as the friend?
Don't.
I mean,
Guess
that's
what? Because guess what's crazy? I feel like sometimes we take too much pressure in like we should, because you do have to hold other people accountable.
Mm.
But like if you hold someone accountable and you press them about it and they just decide to lie and then you decide to not fuck with them, I feel like that extra pressure that sometimes people take upon themselves to be like, damn, maybe I should have gave them a chance for redemption. Like you shouldn't have to feel that.
You shouldn't have to.
Because like if they really didn't go down the actual path for redemption, then that it's not worth it, bro. Like you should feel that, especially if people are willingly hurting people or willingly fucking shit up for other people out there and fucking shit up for you too, because niggas know they're associated to you. Right. And that's that I feel like that's always the craziest part. Like niggas know that if something went down, niggas probably gonna question this person.
Right.
Which I you know what I think is interesting is like I think that the path to redemption question is not up to the people around; it's up to the person who survived the assault, right?
No, I mean to you personally, because clearly, for me, there's no mass path to redemption. You're never going to win the masses back, right? There's no none of that. You're never going to do that.
You mean
and
for the individual?
Cannot. I'm talking about for the individual.
I mean, I think that. Look, I hope so for that person, and then keep yourself away from the fucking people that you fucking over before. But I think another thing, and this is something I think that to Colton's earlier point about doing better with our young people, like obviously we need to do better with boys, but we also need to do better with young women. Because what I'm noticing, and like even today, I saw mad women attacking the other women. Like and backing it, like yo. Nah.
I didn't only say young boys though. I said both, bro.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. To your point, I agree, right? Because like today, what I saw was like, yo, I know your heart. Like you a good dude. You never did that to me. I'm like, oh shit, this is fucking crazy.
That's not it. That's not it. You can't do that because at the end
of the day,
it's not
on you to forgive nobody. He ain't do nothing to you.
Even then, like. And even with that, like you get what I'm saying? Like as much as I know that I'm a person that makes people feel comfortable around me. So I know that most people won't cross me like the way they'll cross other people. So I dead ass can't be like, oh, I don't think that this nigga wouldn't cross somebody else because he didn't cross me.
Right.
I
already know myself though. So
like, you gotta understand, like certain niggas move a certain way around certain niggas because I'm gonna tell you right now, I know of a lot of these niggas and I've been around a lot of these niggas. These niggas are timid and they're nice guys around me. You get what I'm saying?
Like, so chill.
They're very great people.
Let me say something. Stop taking the words out of my mouth. I want to say something too.
Yeah, you was gonna got it, fam.
These niggas be pussy.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like no joke. I'm not even joking with y'all. Y'all know I say that shit about everybody. These niggas be dead pussy. These niggas be around niggas and they be around real niggas and they be church mouse niggas.
Church mouse niggas, bro.
Killing. So nice. Oh my God,
chains, all kinds of shit like that. So like to hear that these niggas is out here moving with women like that, like bro, I punch you so hard.
Bro. Like, bro, they're great guys. They have never touched a dude disrespectfully. Like, I've never seen them speak to a nigga.
Never seen any of these niggas disrespect a nigga ever in their life.
Bro, these niggas
unless passive aggressively. Niggas have never been aggressive towards any nigga in niggas' presence ever in life. So it's just
personally, this is a random point, but we gotta stop calling people pussy because pussy is strong. Pussy create babies.
That's why I don't like saying it, bro. I really don't.
You're right.
But you know what these niggas are?
These niggas are
goddamn
soft.
scallywags.
These niggas are soft and they do shit to who they know they can get away with it with Like we all know
with.
pussy niggas.
Mm-hmm.
We all know pussy niggas who have done shit to people, but they would never do nothing to you because they soft like that. These are the type of niggas that these niggas are.
Yeah, facts.
That's why if I'm gonna keep it a band, this is why even if let's say there's a group of 15 niggas and one did something or two did something that's crazy, like heinous type shit, you gotta look at everybody funny because they surrounded themselves purposely with niggas like these niggas, right? Because I know a lot of people who are being accused and this and that and the third have been around their mans in them for 10 plus years, and there's no way in hell, right? Like I've known Smith for now 10 plus years. And even in the years now that I have known Palm and Coke, right? Like since first meeting them, if I hear some funny shit, I gotta bring it to you. And there's no way, the world that we live in, there's no way that if everybody sees me doing this pod, kicking it with y'all, talking all the time, vibing on the Twitter, blah, 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 that nobody's gonna say nothing about y'all if there's something to say, right? Like, so now you gotta look at all of them like, yo, y'all are all funny in the light, because even if you claim you didn't know, why does this nigga think that you're so pussy and ass that this could be happening and you won't care?
Oof.
Yeah, like
that was a bar, nigga. That was a bar. Did he just drop that bar and then dip? Is that what just happened, son? He just dropped that bar and dip.
He gotta be coming back. He
dropped that bar and got up out of there, bro. That's crazy.
Fred
son.
just said mad real shit and left.
Yo, bro, his whole square disappeared. He literally mic dropped. Pew.
He spoke real facts though, man.
Nah, it's all facts, bro. Why do niggas think you pussy enough to do some shit around you that you won't give a fuck? Woo! That's a bar.
Nah, I'm good.
That's a bar. That's a bar, man.
But that's also why I realized why niggas didn't fuck with us, because they know that their pussy ass actions will get them beat up. So they was just like, let's
man,
distance
you can't do shit
ourselves
like that
away.
around me, man. You can't let me hear you doing shit like that around me.
I've been graceful. I've been graceful about why I separated myself from a lot of niggas, and I'm gonna keep being graceful. Just know the niggas you seen me with years ago ain't the niggas I'm with now.
Facts.
The shit you see me at years ago ain't the shit I've been at now. The shit you see me promoting years ago ain't the shit I'm promoting now. It's seasons, bro, and I try to warn people, and it's not about me again, but I do try to warn people about trying to infiltrate certain circles because people move weird, move very funny with you. They just off strength, bro. So you gotta. I mean, yo, look, Sean K, no, we know these niggas,
That's a
bro.
fact.
We know these niggas. Like when I
That's
tell
a
you
fact.
I know these niggas, bro. I know these niggas, bro. Like
niggas
I know these
have
niggas.
seen these niggas straight in the eyes, and they've never said any of that shit to anybody. So it's just like, at the end of the day, it's just like, people know when niggas are legit. People also know when niggas will say whatever the fuck they want and realize that, oh shit, we might have to keep our heads down because niggas is fucking firing right now. And that's
Gina,
why when shit like this happens,
I know exactly what you're saying. I saw what you said and I didn't acknowledge it, but trust me, I see you and I hear you, bro. I see you and I hear you. Just know I know these niggas, man. I know these niggas, bro. And it's weird that, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody always asks, like, yo, why you don't be at this and why you don't be at that? You should pull up to this. And I'm like, bro, the energy ain't the same. And I just leave it at that.
Niggas got to do shit. Like, we figured out, like,
same,
there's
bro.
bigger things to be done at this point.
Mm-hmm.
We don't gotta do that no more. And, like, you know what's crazy is, like, I'll never even say that, like, I did any of that shit for the clout. Like, niggas did that shit for the love because, like, niggas didn't know. Like, niggas really was just, like, being genuine people in spots that had good energy, and then, you know, the energy kept dissipating, and then niggas themselves at the right time.
And I always wondered what the funny shit was about. I always wondered.
Well, why is everybody treating niggas weird?
And I was the nigga. Every time there was a problem or some shit niggas needed some help with some shit, niggas bang my line, and then years go by, and then niggas act weird towards me. The nigga that popped out every single time, nigga, I got scars, nigga. The fuck, like I popped out every time, bro. Like, so it's weird that niggas acted like that, but now I see why a lot of people was moving how they was moving. You can't do certain shit around niggas, and you not gonna do it around me. Period.
Yeah, and niggas also see how niggas talk about certain shit all the time, so they're just like,
I'm
yeah.
glad I wasn't around because y'all know. Like we was gonna we was gonna take it there because this is like for what? Like I don't even like
Energy,
being around soft people. That's why I stopped fucking with mad shit. 'Cause
Mm-hmm.
being
yeah,
around soft, like being around niggas that can't stand 10 toes down in they shit, like
Right.
that shit just don't sit right with me.
yo,
Right.
energy is energy, and niggas show that they got a lot of bitch assness all the time, and it's weird because it's like I don't even like saying shit like that. Y'all know me, like y'all know I don't even like classifying niggas as shit like that. But it's crazy because like niggas don't be solid, and like you question yourself sometimes in like certain positions and areas because you just be like, damn, niggas don't fuck with me. Why?
What I did?
What I did to
What I
them?
do?
And then you realize that, oh, I'm solid and they're not really solid people. Or not even about just being solid. Like I'm myself and they can't be themselves in public.
Right. And I always felt some kind of animosity about that kind of shit. But whatever now, bro. Whatever now, man. It's just weird that now that all of this shit is coming out and my phone is ringing and yo, son, this shit. Yeah, niggas told you. Be careful around these industry niggas. And I didn't know none of this shit was going on, but I always Colton, am I lying? Everybody that came to me and said, yo, I'm trying to get to know. I'm like, yo, son, you might as well do it on your own. They don't operate like that. You gotta kind of do your own thing, bro. And you know what I'm saying? My phone been blinging. What I told you so. What people saying, yo, you told me. Yeah.
I mean, it's been kind of the same with
Bro,
me. And like I also tweeted earlier that like it don't even feel good when you're right.
it
And
don't.
like,
This don't feel. This not dope,
it
nigga.
don't
This shit
feel
on
good.
fire,
Like it
nigga.
don't feel good when you're right about somebody not being solid because like I've had like my own issues with certain shit. And it's just like when I talk to people about like my issues, they always think I'm talking about something else. And I'm just like,
Right,
nah, I'm talking about this. Like, what are you talking about?
right.
And just like, and then when it became this whole big thing, it was just like, damn, my intuition about niggas not being solid was right.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's like I did good going my
By
I did
accident.
good.
By
I did
accident.
good
Just by
going my own
circumstance,
path.
niggas did good. Hold
There's
on.
gonna be
Did
more
Fred?
niggas.
Oh no, that's a fact though. But at the
Yo,
same
it's a
time, I
snowball
already
effect,
know.
bro. It's a snowball effect, and I think with me, like I also see like niggas was saying, like I also see the humanity. I don't like to see the downfall of people, and it be because of some shit like this because it has to be victims. You get what I'm saying? Along the way for shit to get here, and it's always about the victims. You know what I mean? It's always about the victims, and it should never ever get to this point. But we here now. You know what I'm saying? We here now, and now at this point in this city, New York City, we have to look at our culture differently now, and we have to move different within our culture. We cannot go back to doing the same things and doing shit and trying to do this for clout and okaying everything just because everybody want to be down with everybody. And y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, your morals is not worth a lit
Y'all know what
party.
I'm talking about. New York City, these crowds, everybody want to be this and fake and look. It don't pay. It ain't pay off for nobody. Now what?
Yeah, the morals, your morals is not like worth it to give up for a lit party or for a lit scene or to have the most followers or to get the most attention or the most views on live. Like that shit is dead ass not worth it. Like literally the only thing that's worth it is community building and making sure that everybody in our space is safe and
And then
feels good.
and to think niggas was ignoring community initiatives to do this bullshit, right? So it's just weird. You know what I'm saying? Like now
It's super weird.
as a New York culture, we have to look at the people that we've been ignoring who've been doing the genuine work and amplify these people. I'm not talking about us. There's plenty people out there in the city that's doing the work. All we have to do now is amplify them. We have to use the situation to push more love and not to spread more hate because what I do see also as well is people using these situations to get their agendas out
Don't
on
do it.
people.
Don't make it about
This is
yourself. It's
not the
not about
time
yourself.
for that. This is not the time for that.
My
This is not the
nigga, like
time for that.
the victory that we should take is that people who have been traumatized for years and have been holding shit down for years is getting a chance to heal. That should be the victory for everybody.
Right.
Like, honestly, like, again, like I keep seeing men like being like, oh, but what about men? It's not about us right now, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's really not. Like, and I feel you because we all had trauma. We all went through shit. We all talk about it to each other all the time. There's gonna be the chance for us to speak on it. It's not right now. Like, we're a community. Let's give everybody a chance to talk about what the fuck is their problems. Because niggas be thinking shit is either black or white. You can either talk about this or that. That's not how shit works. You can talk about multiple things at one time.
Right.
So
yeah,
that's just it.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Y'all got any questions for us? What's up? Talk to us. Y'all got any questions for us regarding anything? Honestly, we're an open book when it comes to this podcast. We literally talk about everything.
That's a fact. If y'all got any questions, we'll answer.
Rules about what we can and can't say. We literally will talk about anything. It don't really fucking matter. But what else? What else been going on, man? What else been up? What else been up with y'all? What y'all been watching recently? I need some more shit to watch.
Nice, oh, you know what I watched recently? Up, Extraction. Thor in India.
Woo!
My man Thor was in India getting crazy. Pop. First of all, his gun, his handgun had unlimited ammo. It was just like he just
no. He didn't have unlimited ammo. That nigga was so nice. He would do this.
Oh no, he was reloaded like clack. His best and shit. That shit was fire. If y'all didn't see Extraction on Netflix, y'all need to watch that. It's like a meathead, like action hero type John Wick, Bourne type movie.
Yeah, if you
Thor did a good job.
Yo,
Chris Hemsworth.
That's his name. Chris Hemsworth. He smoked that fucking role.
Yo, you know who smoked that role out? My son Sanju, nigga.
Who's Sanju?
The fucking Indian nigga who was going crazy in that movie.
Oh, he was going nuts.
That's my man's. Yo, fuck him. Yeah, I gotta watch that movie.
He took off his glasses and said, "A word." I got you.
And became a murderer immediately. Yo, it was so crazy.
Immediate murderer, son.
You know who I hated? Fat Michael Jackson. You know who I'm talking about. Fat Indian Jackson.
I know who you're talking about. We're not gonna say it. We're not gonna ruin it. But I
gotta watch that movie.
Vaguely talking about this movie.
We're not gonna tell it. Y'all watch that movie. But what's some more questions? What's some more questions?
Fucking. What have I been watching recently lately though? I just got into. What was it? Oh, Speaking of which, I watched that full Draymond. Oh, did we see Tiger King? Excuse me, Carol Baskin did that shit. Carol Baskin
killed her husband. She did it.
She did that shit.
She did that shit. Okay, I'm gonna get in my Batman bag, right? So I was watching it, right, and I was like, "Oh, I'm in investigative mode." In the 80s, she did the interview about her husband, and she was like, "Yeah, so what's his name? Woke up and he tried to get a truck to go to Costa Rica, and he wanted to wake up early, and then they did that shit recently, and then she did the same. She said the same exact thing. That's a motherfucker who did a crime and remember what to say at the right time. She was like, yeah, he got a truck to go to Costa Rica, and I remember him telling me he woke up early, and then like she looked away, and I was just like, ooh, I know body language. You a criminal. You did it. You fed your husband to the tigers. Carol Baskins. She killed her husband, bro.
Whacked him.
Killed her husband, whacked him. Can't convince me that it didn't happen.
Right. I didn't even see this shit, but I know she killed him.
Nah, Carol Baskin is literally she has dead eyes. That shit scares me. You see, like, you ever see her in the interviews? Like, she dead ass has like dead eyes. Like, her eyes are just like, she been through some shit, but like, she got dead eyes, bro. Like, I think she really fed her husband to tigers.
Bros. We can't say this on. We can't say it online, but check the chat in 3, 2, 1. Your text chat. Pew! And we're off. Anyway, good fellas. Back to what we was talking about. Carol Baskin did it. She killed her husband, whacked him, fed that nigga to the cats, stabbed her uncle probably. Her new husband, I think, is her brother. Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskins?
Yeah, I think it's her brother.
Did you see the conspiracy theory that her her ex-husband is Jeff Lowe.
Really?
They have like a conspiracy theory that her old husband is Jeff Lowe. Like if you look at the picture of a whole old husband and then you look like a picture of Jeff Lowe, like
Yeah.
dead ass look similar. I don't know.
Her
It's a
husband is
conspiracy.
her brother, and he's a cuck.
Her husband is her brother and he's a cuck. I believe
I'm
it.
telling you.
Her husband is her yo,
Yo.
that's hilarious.
I swear to God that they are related. There's something wrong with
Yo,
either
husband-
they're related or something wrong with son.
The second that son had a leash on, when she had
Bro,
him on
exactly.
a leash at her wedding,
He's a
I
cuck.
was like, oh, he's into some crazy shit.
OD, bro. Disgusting. I'm not fucking with him.
Oh my God.
You know
that's-
that scene with the terrible singing lady, and they were singing sitting next to each other, and she stopped singing, and she was like, "Oh my God, this is so good." I was like, she murdered her husband. That's the exact point when I realized she murdered her husband, because the
Also-
only person that would like that song is a murderer.
Also, why did my man Joe Exotic at the fucking funeral say, I would be writing a letter to a senator? He come through and drag them balls on my face. It was like his golden nuggets. Why did this nigga start talking about his husband, his dead husband's balls at the wedding in front of his mom, son?
Yeah.
Nigga was talking about teabagging. Like,
Listen to-
then he told everybody, like, yo, y'all remember, right? Y'all all used to see his balls.
He was tripping.
This nigga Joe Exotic is insane. Everyone's guilty on that show. Everyone.
I'm never letting Joe Exotic do my obituary.
At all. Imagine Joe Exotic being your family member and coming through
Bro.
to your fucking funeral. and
It's
just-
my favorite nephew. I done seen him stab two niggas down on Seneca Boulevard. Like, oh, this nigga done put out my crimes.
Speaking of meth, you know what's crazy about meth?
Yes.
Is both his husbands was straight, but they did meth.
Meth make you gay.
That's just crazy. That my man's had a baby while he was married to him, and like with a woman and didn't left was like, nah.
I gotta go be there for my kids, man. I've been here a long.
I'll be there for my kids, and I
I've
think
been
I'm
here
like,
for a long time with this meth. I got a family.
Gotta
man.
watch that shit one day.
You didn't watch it yet?
Yo, all right, everybody in the chat, we're gonna have a Netflix party soon, and we gonna watch Tiger King with Palm.
On Zoom, we gotta do it.
Just so y'all can see it. Yo, make sure y'all follow our page at Haters Ball Show.
Yeah, on Twitter.
And we're gonna post it when we do that.
That ass. All right. So, any final questions before we get out of here? I gotta go break my fast. I stayed at extra
Yeah, that's a
30 because
fact.
we started late, so I'm breaking my
Yo,
fast
yo.
super late.
My boy,
I'm starving.
rock Ramadan, brother.
Ramadan Mubarak, good brother. You know.
Ramadan Mubarak. You
Yeah,
feel
I
me?
mean, we here,
Gotta
man.
do it.
We here.
Feel me?
so-
Do your thing. Eat your food.
Shalom.
Shalom,
Shalom. This nigga said shalom. Yo,
Shalom.
that's crazy. That's
You're
crazy.
insane.
That's crazy. You violated me for no reason.
Yo, but thank you guys for all being in the chat.
Yeah, man.
We love
Appreciate
y'all.
Yo,
Man,
God bless
yo.
y'all, man.
That's a
gotta-
fact. Drink water. We love all
I
y'all.
gotta go break this fast. I'm sorry I would stay late. Next time what I'm gonna do next week, I'm gonna probably break my fast early so I can give y'all a little bit more time. You know what I'm saying? And try to compromise that way. And we do it like that. Right?
That's a
All right,
fact.
y'all, man.
I guess we should give them our Twitters,
Yeah,
since
Twitters.
everybody, mostly people are here for Fred,
Yeah.
but they rock with us. I'll
Yeah.
fuck with them. Mine's is at _ the Colton Show.
Mm-hmm.
My name is King Palm 2 underscores.
Nice. Mine is _ wordsmith spelled exactly like WORDSMIFF _ on Twitter, man. I'm usually there. I don't really use my Instagram for much, but if you follow me there, you can. It's wordsmith music on everything else. So
Yeah, that too.
But my Instagram is just the Colton Show. And follow Haters Ball Show
Yep,
on
Instagram.
Twitter and on Instagram.
Yep. We here, man.
Nice.
Hey, Champ, we're gonna get up out of here.
I hate you, y'all.
Later.
Hey.
It's almost bun o'clock, man.
Facts.
That's what I calls it.